You're listening to the Jamie Maloney Real Estate Show with local expert Jamie Maloney. Now, here's Jamie.
Hello again, everybody, and thanks for tuning in here to the Jamie Maloney Real Estate Show on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Going to bring on the guests for our show. We've got Trinity Graphic out of Sarasota in studio today. We've got two representatives of the company. First, we got Matthew Doniger. He is the director of the wide format division and has been in the graphics trade business for over 25 years. And just out of college, Matthew started his own company that he successfully merged with a larger operation, resulting in the publication Wide Format Imaging, labeling the company as one of the top shops in the country. He is joined by the president of the company, Greg Barba, who has 25 years of experience in the printing industry and has held many executive and senior management positions in print distribution and now manufacturing. Guys, welcome to the show today.
Thank you for having us.
Good
So
afternoon.
let's talk a little bit about what Trinity Graphic is and the history of the company.
I'll jump in, but before I start with that, I'd like to thank you for having us again, but more so I'd like to give a little shout out to Akash Patel, Lauren Albert, and the team at Elevate for making this happen today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, I'd like to say congratulations to you with your upcoming show.
Right.
And we're honored to be the last guest on this particular show here today.
Well, thank you all very much for coming in. I'm very excited. There's a lot of stuff about your industry that I don't know anything about, so I'm about to learn some new stuff. I always love learning. So,
Well, I learned stuff today too. I was hoping to go back to the dog segment. You know, I've never been interviewed by anybody who's accused of killing a dog in West Virginia before.
Man, I tell you what, I got a lot of stories about West Virginia. I don't get into them too much because I kind of maintain a professional image. That was back in my country boy redneck days when I talk more like this right here. But as I come down here to Florida, I had to develop a more professional tone like this right here. So,
well, I wouldn't be able to add too much to it because I inherited two dogs. One's a Portuguese water dog and one's a French bulldog. And the problem is I don't really understand them because they're Portuguese and French. So I wouldn't be able to.
No slight on Stella, the
Stella
French lady
yes.
here, but interestingly enough, so.
But no, we are here to talk about Trinity, so appreciate that.
Yes, absolutely. So tell us the history of Trinity Graphic, where you're located, and just a little bit about the company to open up.
Sure. Trinity Graphic was born out of the UK. It was a small family business. The Smithsons started it in Great Britain. It was a company that was servicing a need in, I'll be very general here, the flexographic printing industry. Many of these companies that print on flexible media like frozen pea bags or dog food bags, there's a certain process to be able to do that, and this company provided a certain portion of that whereby it would alleviate the end user, the printer, to have to invest in a lot of money to be able to.
Okay, so what was that term you used? Flexo, what is that?
Flexographic printing.
Okay, and so that is specifically with image or media that's not, I guess solid, I guess you could say.
Correct.
Flat.
There's a product called a photopolymer plate that is used which administrates or it distributes ink to the product.
Okay.
So not many companies can invest in the technology that's needed to do that, so they became a service operator.
Okay.
That said, the company started 50 years ago, and 25 years ago, one of the sons decided to take the operation to the United States. So Robert Smithson moved to Sarasota, Florida, and started his business here. The business thrived for many, many years, and about 5 years ago, because Robert had done such a good job networking himself, he became very popular with the community in Sarasota and got to know many business owners and understood the needs of many. That said, our neighboring company, Tervis, who you might know, Tervis Tumblers.
Okay, yes.
They had been in business for years, and they had been producing a product that you may recall within their cups had been an embroidered patch. And they were doing this forever. There was no printed graphic piece. But between the executive management team or even ownership of Tervis and Robert, they recognized that a printed piece could be a nice offering in their portfolio. That said, Robert did a lot of investigating and did a lot of investment and basically figured out a way that they could print a piece and turn around much faster than the 9-week turnaround time that was required with, and still is required with the embroidered piece. And there's so many more avenues now they can go with printed piece. So Rob invested in a wide format printing unit. It's called a ViewTech.
Okay.
It's a 10-foot wide device that could print high quality prints, and 1 turned into 2, 2 turned into 4, and after 4.5 years of printing for them. We have 7 devices in-house now.
So who is your market? Who are you catering to in terms of the printing materials, the printed materials that you're producing? I mean, are you in the billboards market? Or are you in the car wrap business? I mean, what is your sweet spot of for your market?
Right now, we work with marketing agencies, advertising agencies, branding firms. So let's say someone's redoing a restaurant chain and they need to have wallpaper done for the interior. They need static clings for the windows. They need banners for now hiring or grand opening, anything to draw attention to that. So we're trying to look for companies like those, manufacturers like a Tervis that would utilize this printing as part of a product, as part of a point of purchase display to sell the product.
Okay, you say like wallpapers. I mean, is this something that an artist comes in and gives you a design, or is this something that the consumer comes in and gives the design, or how does this work?
Correct. Our clients would come in with their designs. We would help them with the proper file formats and setups. They would come in. We would talk to them about the right material. What is this being used for? Because, take vinyls. There's vinyls that could last 3 days outdoors, and there's vinyls that could last 5 years. So we try to match what the client is looking for with the right material.
Okay, so corporate interiors then is one of your market participants then, would you say, for wall designs?
That is a growing market for us.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, and so also I see you use the term here, grand format printing. What is grand format printing?
Grand format printing in the trade is anything over 98 inches wide. Okay. And as Greg alluded to, our printers are 10 foot wide. So it doesn't mean that we have to stay, that everything we do is 10 foot wide. Mm-hmm. We do a lot of 3 foot, anything up to 10 foot.
Okay, and so what advantages does grand format printing have?
The advantages are, you could do multiple, let me break it down this way. In one client that has different restaurants across the country, mm-hmm. they have different price points. So instead of buying a lot of banners or stuff that they don't need, sorry, I'm just trying to think, they can now utilize this technology to print graphics for a specific region. So let's say Miami has a certain price point, but Jacksonville has a different price point. We can utilize the artwork, change the graphics around pretty fast, and get it to their market faster.
Now, what is the reach of the company? You mentioned just Miami right now. Are you a statewide, national company?
We'll ship globally.
Okay, all right. And so what is the structure of the company? How many employees do you have? And
There's currently 48 employees, all of which live in Sarasota aside from the sales team.
48 different people. So, I mean, the typical project, I mean, what does it take in terms of manpower to get some of these images to actual production?
Oh, gosh, it could be as little as 2 people. It could be up to 15, 18 people involved in any given project.
Okay. And what are the type of clients that benefit? I know you mentioned some of the people that you were dealing with, marketing firms and advertising firms. Who are some of the other clients that you're working with this space?
Well, the direct users, large furniture realtors, anyone that has a need for graphics, which is pretty much any company. Like yourself in real estate, you may need a sign for outside the property, or if you're hosting an event. So we'll go in and we'll customize these packages for the clients. These larger firms, again, we could handle because we could ship to different locations. We could kit what's called kitting. This store gets 10 units, this store gets 20 units. We could specifically break it down for their needs.
Now, do you handle small-scale printing projects as flyers and folders, brochures, things of that nature?
No, not with this equipment, but we have a lot of good friends in the industry that we could help our clients out with.
Okay, and I asked you at the top of the hour before you came on the show, billboards, things of that nature. Are you in that business at all?
No, these machines are capable of printing billboards, but it's not a market that we're into. There's a couple of companies around Tampa, and depending on where you need to place the billboards, that are better suited.
Why is that? Is the billboard business kind of controlled by a certain business right now, or what's your input on that?
In regards, it's a lot of people that own the rights to the billboard itself. Will lease it out, and other companies, again, if we were able to print it, we don't have the rights to that billboard, so they would have to go to, let's say, Clear Channel or other firms that's what they do all the time.
Very nice. And you had mentioned something, car wraps, very innovative, simple but yet innovative marketing piece. Tell us a little bit more about that and the success that you've seen with that.
Vehicle wraps are dollar per dollar the least expensive form of outdoor advertising compared to a billboard, compared to other mass advertising means, because for a typical car, a typical van wrap of, let's say, $2,000 to $3,000, it could be on your vehicle for up to 5 years. So depending on how many people you have in your firm, driving around the Bay Area, down in Sarasota, it could create a lot of views.
And I mean, the vehicle wraps, is that something that you can kind of go small scale or large scale? I mean, do you bring the car in? Do you have to measure the car, or is there just certain kind of print templates that are ready to go for different vehicles?
Yeah, there's a lot of the industry. The industry is in a matured state right now, so there's a lot of firms that have developed the templates, if you will, that the designer can design the graphics and stuff.
Are there any damages to the car when you put these things? Obviously, like you put like a bumper sticker on a car, it's going to wear the paint differently than the rest of the car. Are you going to damage the paint of the car with these products? You
won't damage it if your vehicle is in bad shape to begin with. If the paint's coming off, if it's chipping, it will damage when you peel it off.
No.
If the car is good, there's no damage to it.
Is it kind of like does it really adhere to the car very, I guess I want to say very sticky, or is it kind of peel off kind of like a plastic would? I mean, how's the adhesiveness to the vehicle?
The adhesives are incredible now. With Arlon Films and some other manufacturers, it will remove cleanly from the car.
Cool. And you have a lot of experience in the printing business. I was just reading, to your promotion there at the top of the segment, that you had founded a company that had merged with a larger firm. You want to tell us a little bit more about this success there and became one of the top shops in the country?
Yeah, it was at the time a few years ago we developed my company. We realized that we were just too small. We didn't have the means to grow and the ability to go on with a larger firm, which we were able then to get into bigger printers, service larger companies because of the turnaround and what these printers can do, led to an area of success where we started to get noticed nationwide.
Right.
And that's, from the trials and tribulations of being an entrepreneur and trying to make every hour, work, eventually led to me landing in with Trinity, which is just an incredible opportunity with what Greg was saying earlier, the amount of firepower that we have and the amount of printing that we can help people with. It's just a growing, incredible industry to be in right now.
Yeah, and I mean, as with any entrepreneur, as I always talk about on the show, growth is always a challenge. But you had the foresight to take a company from nothing, develop it through its infancy, and then get it over to a high level company. Are you able to divulge what company that was, or is they still in business, or you got to keep that under wraps?
Right now, it's about Trinity.
Yeah, confidentiality agreements, or you want to promote Trinity Graphic, I definitely understand. Okay, got to take a quick break here, but coming back from the break, we'll be talking more about Trinity Graphics on some of the innovations in the industry. So you're listening to the Jamie Maloney Real Estate Show here on 1250 Wins, WH&Z. Be back in a minute.
You're listening to the Jamie Maloney Real Estate Show with local expert Jamie Maloney. Now, here's Jamie.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome to the final segment of the Jamie Maloney Real Estate Show. As I announced in the last few shows, as well as again on today's show, this is the last Jamie Maloney Real Estate Show, as I will be moving to a Monday through Friday format, starting, I should say, next Monday at 8 a.m. here on 1250 Wins WH&Z. But we're going to be talking a lot more about business and entrepreneurship. Still be a heavy real estate focus, but like I'm doing today, I'm promoting local businesses and entrepreneurs, and Tampa Bay is an exciting place to be if you're a business owner right now. A lot of development in our community, and it's something that I want to be a part of firsthand, so that's the catalyst for the new show. Again, it will be known as That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business, starting next Monday at 8 a.m. here on 1250 Wins WH&Z. And also I invite any and all entrepreneurs and business owners, political leaders, attorneys, anybody who even has an interesting story. If you'd like to appear on the show, shoot me an email, jamie@tampabayradio.com. That's jamie@tampabayradio.com. We're talking with Matt and Greg here from Trinity Graphic, here, a local printing company in the Sarasota region. So let's talk a little bit more. You had said that your company had recently went through a rebranding. Tell us a little bit more about this.
We did. In early 2013, I was recruited to come on board to bring the company more nationally and maybe eventually globally. I instantly recognized in order to do so, we were in dire need of a new marketing plan and a branding campaign. So after revitalizing our website and logo, the focus quickly moved to growth in sales and our internal operational growth. Right. So we've been doing that, and we're proud of our new logo. We're proud of our new website. It's a work in progress continually, and it will eventually we'll have e-commerce capabilities and customer interaction with design capabilities and things like that.
Yeah, getting your message out to the community is, to promote your business is always a challenge. I mean, where do you spend your advertising dollars? And that's something, that I'm utilizing my new show for, to help, the businesses in the area kind of get out and get their message on air. And because I think a lot of business owners kind of fail to get their product, message, or service across in a personable manner, and so I help business owners kind of personify themselves to their audience and kind of explain what it is that they have. And you said you just developed a new logo as well.
We did.
How did you do that? Or who did that for you?
Well, we have an outside source that we've been using, a design source, and we brought it inside as well. And we came up with about 5 or 6 different options. We had somewhat of a internal vote, and whether it was fair or not, it was the one I liked the most is the one we ended up with. It's very basic. It's clean. I'd love to. Well, if you go to our website, www.trinitygraphic.com, not graphics, but graphic.com, you'll see it very quickly. And it's just bold. I did a lot of research and found the greatest branding were sometimes the most simplistic. The Coca-Cola logo, the National Geographic. I mean, it's real simple stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, having a growth plan with any company is key to anybody's success. As I've always said, if you're not growing, you're shrinking in business. So you always got to be thinking of ways to kind of tread new territory and get yourself exposed to a new marketplace and network with the people that are going to elevate your business. And you never know where that one opportunity is going to come from. And so you got to be marketing and networking at all times. And so it's something that you see as of big importance to the growth of this company, correct?
Without question.
Interestingly enough, you said logo design. I'll throw this out there because I think it's a good tip for people. But I had a new logo design for that business show with Jamie Maloney. I utilized the site 99designs.com. It's a cheap little site, but I got a great logo. If you've been up on my website, I'm very happy with it. But you can go to the site, and for just a couple $100, you can have a number of freelance designers submit ideas to you. And so I spent $300. I think the site made $100, and the winning designer got $200, and I got 230 logo ideas submitted to me for that cost. And the winning design, I think, I'm very impressed with. I mean, I saw all kinds of different options and everything, but for anybody who needs a quick logo at a cheap cost, I mean, 99designs.com is a great site. I would just warn people, be cautious of the one you pick. There's a lot of kind of taking from other ideas, things like that, the freelance people that'll take somebody else's design and use it on the site. So you got to kind of weed that out. I saw a lot of logos that were, I think, somebody else's logo, but I came up with a design that worked very well. So again, 99designs.com. You can use them for other stuff too. They're actually, the designer that won my contest is also working on my book cover design, but you can have them do web page design, all kinds of stuff. So just an interesting little tip out there for design needs for people. So tell me, why use Trinity Graphic? Let's hear about the talking points for the company.
One of the excuse me, and one of the key points that brought me on board was the fact of how Robert has led innovation, always looking for new ways to utilize wide format. And now we have the mastery of the everyday stuff: PVC boards, coroplast, banners that are staple in our industry. We're always looking for opportunities to print 2 different products. One in particular is a surfboard company that is moving to Sarasota, and they're looking to incorporate printing onto their boards. Well, since we can utilize white ink very effectively, this opens their market up because of the way of their manufacturing. It has to be a certain material that gets encompassed into the board. It's not a sticker that goes onto it. It's actually...
So you actually have to print to the board directly. I was just about to ask that. Is this some type of film that you put over with the image? But you're actually going to... How do you...
This particular kind will be a film. We're doing some R&D right now to see if the film's going to lay flat during, with the heat process that they have to use and the curvature of the board. So we're looking always to expand what wide format can utilize.
Now, if that doesn't work, do you have to find a way to print to the board directly?
Well... Yes and no. It's very hard on a surfboard. We could print up to 5 foot by 10 foot pieces surfboards, from what I'm learning, or it could be 11 to 15 foot. So it's a little bit too big for the machine, and plus the curvature that it has. So if this material doesn't work, there's going to be different manufacturers that are already expressing interest in helping us find something that's going to work for them.
So what are some of the other unique items that you've printed too? I mean, we were just talking about surfboards, vehicle wraps. What are some other things that come to mind with regard to unique printing surfaces?
Well, the exciting stuff we talked about earlier was wallpaper. We could do commercial grade 2 wall coverings for your house. We have removable wallpaper stuff. It's very interesting, working with artists and working with people that are very, visually expressive to get their message onto a wall as part of a corporate branding or as part of interior design is exciting, because now the flatbeds we can utilize, we can print directly to the board. So printing onto plexiglass, printing artwork on plexi with white ink, illuminating it if needs to be. Printing onto metallics, different metals on there, it's just very exciting.
So you have a wide range of products and solutions to whatever the client's needs are, correct?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
All right, well, we got about a minute here to wrap up, but for the audience, what's the best way they can get in touch with you guys and direct them over to your website, too?
Well, the website is www.trinitygraphic.com, and we are now proud to say we are new on Twitter. And we are at Trinity_Graphic.
At Trinity_Graphic. And what's the phone number for the company as well?
941-355-2636.
Did I put you on the spot? No, a lot of people don't know the phone numbers anymore.
Right,
It's all
that's the
speed
problem.
dial, yep.
Yeah, we're all like, I don't know what my phone number is. Let me look it up.
I really had to think about it there.
Stella's looking at me. That's JB putting you on the spot again.
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
messed up.
So one more time, the website was TrinityGraphic.com. TrinityGraphic.com, and the phone number 941 area code
355-2636.
I got it right here. I had you backed up here. I had that there.
Perfect.
So. Gentlemen, thank you very much for coming in the studio today. I learned a lot today, and I'll definitely keep you in mind for some of the printing needs that I'll be needing here in the coming year as well. I didn't even know this company was in the area and could utilize some of these unique printing designs that some of us need at time to time. So thank you all very much.
Thanks for having us once again.
Yes, thank you very much.
Good luck on your new show.
Thank you all very much. And you've been listening here to the Jamie Maloney Real Estate Show here on 1250 WINS WHNZ. And I am currently wrapping up the final segment of the Jamie Maloney Real Estate Show. So I invite you all to tune in starting next Mondays at 8 a.m. to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where I turn business into show business and be highlighting businesses and entrepreneurs in and around the Tampa Bay region. So if you're interested in getting on the show as a business owner, shoot me an email, jamie@tampabayradio.com. I make it quick and painless, and there is no cost to come on once as a guest. So again, jamie@tampabayradio.com, and come in and have some fun and make yourself a radio show star. Invite you over to my website, tampabayradio.com, where you can catch past shows of this show as well, and also view all of our past guests. See you all back here next Monday at 8 a.m.